Hi everybody, and welcome to my home. This is my Keystone Springdale Mini 1750 RD. If you are new to the channel, my name is Gregory. I've been living on the road now for over 3 years. I'm into my 4th year. I lived in a slide-in truck camper for the first 3 years, and this year I purchased this new travel trailer. So this is all new to me, living the travel trailer life. It needed quite a few upgrades in order for me to live my lifestyle. I live nomadically and mostly dry camp and dispersed camp. So I needed to set it up for off-grid living. I've done a lot of upgrades to it. When I initially bought the trailer, I did do a walkthrough and an overall reveal. However, I have done many upgrades since then, and this will be my official tour. So let's get started. As most tours do, we will start outside and I will show you some of the standard features of the trailer. I have a pass-through compartment here. This compartment is fairly sizable. It goes from this end all the way to the other end. A human being can lay inside of here. In here, I just store various odds and ends and also my lithium batteries, which is an upgrade. Not standard, but I added a 12-volt outlet for my air compressor for my tires and LED rope lights. Here in front of the trailer, I removed the hand crank front jack and replaced it with a electric jack. It lights up. It also has a level here, and then I installed an additional level here. The trailer came equipped for one 20-pound propane tank, but I do carry an additional 20-pound tank in my tow vehicle. And for security, I have added a pretty heavy-duty hitch lock to the front of this tongue. This hitch lock is very heavy-duty. The chains secure up into it, and it's a very good way to protect your trailer from being hitched to somebody's vehicle and driven off. This is the other side of the pass-through compartment in the front, and I apologize for the dirty trailer, but I am really living out here in the dirt. Also out here on the driver's side and the back side are the city water connections and my freshwater tank connections. My freshwater tank capacity is 27 gallons and my gray and black are 30 gallons each. And over here on the same side of the trailer are my gray and black tank emptying valves. They're in kind of a weird spot, so I do have to be careful. If I go over bumps, it's not very high clearance. And moving down towards the back of the trailer, I do have additional storage back here. I have compartments that are pretty identical in size on either side of the back of the trailer for storage. Another upgrade that I have done is I've replaced all the locks on every compartment. If you're not aware, the locks on every trailer are pretty much the same. So the key to the lock on your trailers will probably open everyone else's trailer. So it was pretty important to me to make sure that I changed that right away for security. Now we are at the back of the trailer, and this is my favorite part of the trailer, these beautiful windows, but we'll look at that more when we go in. I wanted to show you the upgrade that I have done back here. I have added the VisionWorks camera backup system. I have a monitor inside of my tow vehicle, my truck. I have a camera here and also one on the back of my truck. And down here is the infamous shoe compartment. It's identical to the one on the other side. It's got a lot of shoes in it, but a girl has got to have her shoes. Okay, we have worked our way back to the passenger side of the trailer, and one thing that I had hundreds of comments about when I did my reveal and my walk around was that I needed to immediately replace the tires that came with the trailer. They come with very inexpensive, unsafe tires really. So I immediately replaced those with some Goodyear Endurance tires. These tires are the best that I could find that would fit this trailer. I make sure that I keep them at a good air pressure and the proper air pressure. I also cover them. I purchase covers to protect them from the UV rays. This is a single axle trailer, so it's very important to make sure that you take care of your tires. You only have 2. The trailer did come equipped with this awesome retractable awning. As you can tell by now, security is very important to me, so I replaced the front door lock with a keypad lock. I came up with a personal code, which I punch in to either lock or unlock. This lock is made by a company called RV Lock. Before we move inside, which I know is the most exciting part, I want to touch on the biggest upgrade I've done on the trailer by far, which is the solar upgrade and the battery capabilities. The trailer came with 200 watts of solar. However, there was no inverter, so there was no way of powering the outlets inside unless I was plugged into shore power. That was not going to work for me because, as I mentioned at the top of the video, I mostly boondock and disperse camp, dry camp, so that was definitely not going to work. The batteries that it came with were 12 volt deep cycle batteries, 2 of them. I actually made 2 dedicated, fairly detailed videos on the topic of the solar upgrade. I will link those both below, but in a nutshell, I added 420 watts of solar to the roof and 2 Renogy 12 volt 200 amp hour lithium batteries. I am pretty equipped for some major solar power. I also have a 2000 watt inverter. It's awesome. I can run my AC, which is inside, which pulls about 700 to 800 watts for hours at a time on my solar alone. So I'm super, super stoked on that upgrade. If you'd like to deep dive into this solar upgrade a little more, click those links below. And now let's move inside, the most exciting part. Let's go. Let's head inside. All right, we are going to start here in the bedroom area. And here are my sleeping quarters. I have a queen size bed. I have added a 3-inch foam topper to the top of it. I still have the very cheap mattress that the trailer came with, so I would highly recommend replacing that as soon as you can. I will be doing that down the road, but the topper definitely helps. Up here on this upper shelf, which was built into the trailer, I have baskets that contain my clothes. I also have a closet, but this is my overflow. I probably have more clothes than any nomad should have. And next to my bed, I have a pretty decent sized closet. On the side of the closet, I have my on-off switch for my inverter and then my battery monitor. I want to thank my friend Dan. I want to give him a shout out, big shout out, for all the work that he's done on a lot of these upgrades, most of the upgrades. So thank you, Dan. You're an awesome friend. In front of the closet, I've added 2 command strip hooks to hang my jackets, which are kind of bulky. So it's nice to be able to hang them outside of the closet and then be able to just grab one when I need to go outside. I need to thank my sister Jill for that idea. She's brilliant. A cool little hack that I've done, which was not my idea, but I saw it on a YouTube video, was this mattress sits on a plywood platform. I went ahead and cut the plywood, or actually my friend Dan did, thank you Dan, and I'm able to utilize some of the space around the freshwater tank down here for storage. I think that is pretty freaking cool. Next to the bed, I've added this storage system, which fits in there just great, and that houses my undergarments like my socks, underwear, brassieres, and that sort of thing. Above that, there's a nice shelf area where I have some blankets, and my dirty clothes bag is tucked away back there as well. Moving on to the bathroom, which is next to the bedroom. I've done a couple of upgrades in here. It has a very nice size shower. It is a full size bathroom, which I did not have in the truck camper. I had a wet bath. So first thing I did was upgrade the shower head to this Oxygenics shower head. I've got this on-off valve here, which helps me to control the water pressure, and I can also turn it off or put it at a trickle so that I conserve on water, but yet still feel the water on me while I'm showering. And yeah, I love having this shower. It's awesome. Another upgrade I have done is replace the fan. I replaced it with a max fan. It has 10 speeds. I also have a cover outside so that I can leave it open when it rains. I'd like to show you the fan that this trailer came with now. It was kind of comical. This chintzy plastic fan is about to go bye-bye. Look at how big the fan is. My hand is bigger, and it's made out of very plastic, flimsy materials, so it will be replaced with a max fan. Let me show you this awesome medicine cabinet. It holds a ton of stuff, which is fantastic. Didn't have a medicine cabinet in the truck camper. I've got a storage basket here and nice size sink. It's pretty small, but it works. My linens are kept down here in this cubby, and then down here I have more storage. I added this over the door hanging towel rack, which I believe I just got from Walmart. On to the kitchen. I love the amount of counter space in this kitchen. It is wonderful for prepping food. It's got a little sink, it works for me, and a 2-burner stove. I didn't do really many upgrades, or any actually, in the kitchen. Up above the counter, I do have this wonderful cupboard, which is kind of my pantry. I keep pretty much all my dry goods, coffee, everything up here. And yeah, it all fits very nicely. Under the counter is my refrigerator, which is a standard Dometic RV refrigerator. It's small, so yeah, I have to kind of organize things well, but it does have a little freezer as well, which I do utilize. It's awesome. And I can't forget about my fruit hammock. It saves space in the fridge and in the cupboards, and it's cute. I have a 2-burner cooktop, but no oven. I do carry a Coleman camp oven if I do need to bake anything. This is something that I added. This is actually a shower caddy, a command shower caddy. So I just attached it here to the wall and put my spices in here. These are the ones that I utilize the most, and then others are stored up in the pantry. The trailer came equipped with a microwave. I was originally going to remove it, however, I decided to keep it, and I have used it. Prior to that, I wasn't a big microwave user, and I still don't use it often, but it does come in handy in a pinch. I ran out of propane one morning, and I had to heat up my coffee water in there, so I was certainly glad I had it then. Also, above the 2-burner stove, I do have a little hood that has a light and a fan. I have 2 drawers. One is for utensils, and the other is for dish towels and things of that sort. I also have another one of these drawer systems here, which I use for all my Ziploc bags and tinfoil and that sort of thing. Trash bags, works out great. And I just lay these down flat when I'm traveling. Also located in the kitchen counter area is my furnace. Across from the kitchen is this cute little coffee bar area. I don't utilize it as a coffee bar. However, I do keep my water on it and various odds and ends. My AC up here, this thing's been a lifesaver this summer, let me tell you. I did not have an AC in the truck camper, and I don't know how I lived without it, to be honest. As I mentioned earlier, I can run it on, power it on the power of my solar, the power of the sun. It's absolutely incredible. I'm just so stoked on that, I can't even tell you. It's amazing. And down below the coffee bar, I have more storage. I have various odds and ends on the top shelf, and then my dishes, pots, pans, bowls, plates, cups, all of that on the bottom shelf. And to the side of the coffee bar, I have added a USB-C outlet so that I can charge my Apple Watch, and it's sort of my charging electronic station here. All right, now I saved the best for last, and this is the reason I bought this trailer. This is what sold me on this trailer. The rear dinette area with these panoramic windows. I have spent so much time here already, working, enjoying meals, relaxing. It's already doubled as a bed. This folds out into a bed for guests. I've had guests stay already. It has been incredible. I love this area. I love this whole trailer, but this is my favorite part. What I have here for additional storage are 4 ottomans total. I have this ottoman here, which was a gift from my friend, and in it I have my hats and belts and some purses, and then each of these ottomans down here has something in it. This one here has my TP, my toilet paper. The next one is just various odds and ends, some weights for exercising, bands for exercising, and then the one here underneath me has paper towels. These ottomans here I purchased off of Amazon, and they fit perfectly under this bench. Another thing is I can access those outside compartments on either side of the back underneath these cushions, which is awesome. All right, folks, that is going to wrap up my tour of my 2022 21-foot Keystone Springdale Mini 1750 RD. I hope that you enjoyed seeing my upgrades for my off-grid lifestyle, as well as some of my storage solutions and hacks. And please, if you haven't subscribed and you are new to the channel, make sure that you do so you don't miss all the amazing adventures that I take this baby on. As you can see, I'm at a beautiful location right now, and that's just a little taste of what we do out here on the road on this channel. I really appreciate you all coming along and taking a closer look at my little home on wheels. I will see you all on the next adventure. See you soon. Bye-bye.